Are you wondering about the job market in Tampa? Which jobs are the best jobs and which companies are located in Tampa? Keep watching and I'm going to tell you all about it. Have you been thinking about moving to Florida, but you're not quite sure about the job market? Did you know that Tampa's got one of the best job markets in all of Florida? Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in to my channel, Living in Tampa. If you're new to my channel, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button, ring the little bell so you'll be notified every time that I release a new video. Today's video is all about the Tampa job market. If you're thinking about moving here, I'm sure that's one of your major concerns. Well, not to worry, Tampa has one of the best job markets in all of Florida. In fact, in 2019, the unemployment rate in Tampa was just 3.4%. There are lots of different companies that are located here, lots of different jobs to choose from. Today, I'm going to cover some of them, as well as what the average salaries for jobs in the area are. Now, what's great about Tampa is how diverse the job market is. There's so many different companies that are located right here. And it's also home to MacDill Air Force Base. That includes SOCOM and CENTCOM. The military presence here has had a huge economic impact, over $3 billion annually, and it's created a ton of jobs. MacDill has attracted over 2,400 companies to the Tampa Bay area. That has resulted in over 90,000 jobs that have been moved to this area because of MacDill Air Force Base. Those jobs pay quite well too. The average for all of them is about $60,000 a year, with many that pay well up into the six figures for the jobs that require like a security clearance or some type of specialized skill. Speaking of specialized skills, Tampa has a booming tech and IT scene, and 90% of Tampa IT firms plan to add new positions to their teams. So if that's you, Tampa's definitely a great place for you to find a job. Some of the best companies in these fields have offices throughout the Tampa Bay area, and some of them are headquartered here as well. A lot of them have also been voted the top places to work in Tampa Bay. A few that come immediately to mind for me are KnowBe4, which is located in Clearwater. That was actually voted the #1 place to work in all of Tampa Bay last year. It's been on that list consistently for several years now. They've got about 650 employees and they focus on security, and guess what? They're currently hiring. Another great IT firm in the area is ReliaQuest. It's a little bit smaller. I think they have about 400 employees. They're headquartered right downtown next to the convention center, a beautiful location. They've also been voted a top place to work, and guess what? They're also hiring. Now, there are a lot more than just these companies, but today I'm just trying to give you like a brief overview of what's out there. Most of the jobs in the IT sector in Tampa are going to pay anywhere from $60,000 a year to $100,000 a year, depending, of course, on your experience, your education level, your title, responsibilities, things like that. So I can't go into specifics, obviously, but just to give you a general idea, you definitely can make a good living on the salary that you would make in the IT field in Tampa. Another area that's hot as far as the job market goes in Tampa is healthcare. Now, that's not surprising with our elderly population that we've got here in Florida, but I would venture to say healthcare is probably a hot market in most of the nation these days. But here in Tampa, have no doubt, if you're in the healthcare industry, you should not have any problem finding a job here. And an added bonus, the healthcare industry jobs in Tampa are some of the top paying jobs in the area. The companies that immediately come to mind for me that have a large presence in Tampa Bay are Advent Health, Baycare, Moffitt Cancer Center, and Tampa General Hospital. Advent Health is by far the largest as far as number of facilities goes, followed by Baycare. Baycare has 15 hospitals throughout the Tampa Bay area, and they are all not-for-profit. Next would be Moffitt, which of course is world-renowned for its first-class cutting-edge cancer treatments. Unfortunately, I can speak from personal experience with this when my husband was undergoing his treatments there, battling brain cancer. They really do put their patients first. Their level of care is amazing, and I would highly recommend Moffitt to anyone who might have their own battle with cancer. Last but not least is Tampa General. Now, it is one of the largest hospitals in all of Florida. It's got world-class facilities. It has one of the area's only level 1 trauma centers. It's got 4 helicopters, a specialty burn center, and it's a leading organ transplant place. So that is a really amazing hospital. And guess what? Currently, all 4 of these employers are hiring. Their pay varies pretty greatly, as you can imagine, depending on the job that you're qualified for. But on the lower end, like in the administrative side, you're going to start probably in the $40,000 range. And of course, for the specialized skills of a doctor or surgeon, anesthesiologist, things of that nature, you're going to be well into the 6 figures. Now, the healthcare industry is definitely thriving here in Tampa. And remember, it's one of the highest paying sectors too. Another sector that's in very high demand here is architecture and engineering. Tampa's growing. It's actually exploding. You can't drive very far without seeing some type of construction, and that of course means that construction jobs are also in high demand. Some of the top architecture and engineering firms have offices and headquarters here. For architecture, we've got Gresham Smith, Gensler, and HOK. And some of their beautiful designs include some very recognizable buildings. Here locally, we've got the USF Morsani College of Medicine and Heart Institute, the newly renovated main terminal at Tampa International Airport, and downtown's Riverwalk Place as well. The major engineering companies that are located here include AECOM, WSP, and Kissinger Kempo. And the major construction firms are Ellie Associates and Core Construction. Salaries again vary greatly in these 3 fields, but for construction workers in Tampa, it's generally about $60,000 a year. And for an engineer, around $80,000 is the average salary, and an architect is about $100,000. One last area I want to cover for job opportunities is the financial sector. Financial planners and advisors are definitely in high demand here, and the average pay for that in this area is really nice at about $80,000 a year. We've got Raymond James Financial located in St. Pete, and they're also expanding into Pasco County, which is just north of Tampa. That's adding several hundred new jobs to our job market. And speaking of expanding, Amazon is building 2 new facilities in the Tampa area, one in Temple Terrace and one in Land O'Lakes. And that's also going to add hundreds of jobs. There are so many great companies to work for here, and Tampa is home to more than 20 corporate headquarters, as well as many companies having major operations here. Some of these companies include Bristol Myers Squibb, Johnson & Johnson, Raymond James Financial, MetLife, Citigroup, Amazon, USAA, Bloomin' Brands, WellCare Health Plans, Tech Data, and Jabil. These companies all decided to make Tampa Bay their home, most likely because there are so many great reasons for them to be located here, like the low labor costs and the favorable corporate tax policies. As you can see, the job market here is great. And remember that in Florida, we've got no state income tax, so you get to keep more of your hard-earned dollars. Tampa's a great place to live. More than 150 people move here every single day. With plenty of jobs available, low cost of living, and low crime rates, it's easy to see why. And I mean, who's not going to enjoy this Florida lifestyle? I know I love it. I'm proud to have called Tampa home for the past 12 years. I hope this video has helped answer any questions you might have had about the job market here in Florida. If you've got any other questions, feel free to drop them down below in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. If you're even thinking about moving to the Tampa Bay area, you've got to give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email. However you want to communicate with me is fine. I'm always available. When it comes to moving to Tampa, I've got your back. Hey, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, ring the little bell so you'll be notified every time that I release a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.